What's up with it, man? You doing a lot of fussing, man. What's up with it?
Woo.
What you got there?
Peppery. I got peppers.
Oh, okay.
Peppers.
I thought that was cold, man. Like Santa Claus. It's cold.
Cold.
Yeah.
Hey, we burning some coal over here with some peppers on the top.
You got some Carolina Reaper going on?
Ghost pepper.
Ghost peppers. Okay.
Ghost pepper.
Hey, man.
Woo. All right. I'm good. I'm in there.
That's more pepper than you thought. You thought you liked spice. Now you realize, hey, man, that I got a limit to my spice.
I got a limit. I mean, I'm hoping this is off the first few puffs. You know, the first few puffs are always the most peppery, usually. So I hope it chills out a little bit.
Hey, man, don't be no punk, man. Don't be no punk, man.
Hey, look. Hey, so
don't do like Devin Haney and sue the cigar company maker.
I'm suing Man of War. Hey,
they're ruining your brand right now.
ruining my brand. Ruining how the cigar world might look at me for going out like a chunk off this pepper. Ruining my palate. Can never smoke the same.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, for those who don't know, that little comment is because we covered the Ryan Garcia Devin Haney fight a while back when it occurred, and Ryan Garcia ended up winning after knocking him down like 3 or 4 times in the fight. And then a couple times they weren't even counted as knockdowns. So he ended up popping dirty on his drug test after the fight. And, now Devin is deciding to sue him because he popped dirty on the drug test. So, I think that's a little weird. If you got a problem, go settle in the ring. You know what I mean? Why are you suing this man?
And that's the crazy thing. Like, I've never seen or heard anything of that degree, especially in the realm of the square circle, and like
fight game,
that fighting game. We settle it. This is how we settle any problem, any dispute, any issue. So hands.
I can go get millions to go put my hands on you for doing me wrong.
Yeah.
Sue you.
We want to take it to the court of law.
Yeah, bro. Yes, Ryan popped dirty and failed his drug test, but wow, that feels like. I don't know if I can beat you in the ring, so I don't even want to take it back to the ring. I just want to get my money outside the ring, man. Like,
yeah, I wouldn't even say that's the Mayweather effect, because I don't even think Mayweather would go that route. I mean, like Mayweather
wouldn't have done that.
You're like, if he was ordering drug tests, like, nah, I need y'all drug tested. I need this, I need that. But we still, if once they clear and everything clear, and we sign a dotted line, we gonna fight.
Yeah.
Nah, you gonna settle it there. So
that's some soft new school stuff, man. That's them young boys out here, man.
And and I kind of said the whole Mayweather thing because I kind of feel like Mayweather's like he's at that cusp of the shift. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time,
he's the dude these young guys look up to.
Money man. Yeah. He's the guy that he's the one that these guys look up to. But at the same time, he was still Pretty Boy Floyd at one point. He was still he come from that cloth of, you know what I'm saying, real deal fighters. So, but now these younger fighters, they get this skewed idea once they saw Mayweather in his later career try to make these, you know what I'm saying, logistic moves and play the system and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying, being a system player. And I get that, but he at this point when he started doing that, he was solidified in his career and who he was already. To start making those money Mayweather moves. You know what I'm saying? Playing the system in a certain kind of way. But he's still from that other cloth.
From the other cloth, man. Floyd still got dog in him. In him, man. He just got bad hands, bad shoulder. He's injured, but he still can be nasty in that ring. He can be mean in that ring. You know what I'm saying? If he own like that, but yeah, man, that's weird new school energy, man. So anyway, needless to say, don't bring that to the cigar, man. Don't let the cigar be having you out here ready to file suits on people.
Hey, and look, I might file a suit on you because honestly, I'm gonna tell you this: I picked up this Man of War, Ruination, off the strength of you sending me Man of War like last November, matter of fact, for my 40th birthday. Sending me a pack of Man of War. I smoked it. I was like, I actually like Man of War, and that was the only Man of War I've ever smoked. So I wanted to step a little deeper into their line and see what else they had and see what else I like. But one thing I do now remember is that it was like that smoky type of taste, like that barbecue flavor or type of deal.
Yeah,
does have that, but they did it smooth. But I didn't think that this one was going to be off the meters. We off the meters with this.
Hey man, while we at it, what you got? You got the specs on it? How far off the meter did we actually go?
Matter of fact, I'll pull it up. So again, Ruination. We got a wrapper, Ecuador sun grown. So we already know. We got peppers right on the wrapper. Origin from Nicaragua, binder Nicaraguan, filler Honduran, and filler Nicaraguan. But the Ecuador sun grown, that lets you know you getting peppers. And I did not know that prior to. It was just a pickle. I saw it, I picked it up, and it's like, let me roll with it. Let me see what Man of War got. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. It's a bold cigar. It's a bold cigar to this point. Not bad though. Not bad. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's just bold.
I think you're gonna like it in the end. I think you're gonna like it on the end. I think right up front it hits you in the chest. Like, hey, y'all, you remember 6 inches? Like we put your hand up in and you like punch somebody, like either the arm or the chest. It hit you with the little 6 inch shots. You know what I'm saying? Right there in the chest. Ooh, it took your breath for a moment, man. But you be good, man.
But sure, yeah. Breathe. Be all right. I'm in there.
Get your breath, and then I think by the end of this, I think you're gonna give this. I almost went 4. I think you're gonna give it a high 3, like 3.8, 4 to 4.
We doing predictions now. We never did predictions.
I'm gonna predict it, man. I think you're gonna enjoy it, man. I love it, but I think you're gonna enjoy it.
What you're smoking to my father's, it looks like. Fonseca.
I got the Fonseca MX. Now I know we done did my father's to death, and I'm sure the Fonseca has been smoked probably more than one episode. I did the MX was smoked though. I don't think so. Maybe it was. I do have the specs on this. The MX is, of course, the Mexican version. Mexican San Andreas Maduro is the wrapper. Mexican San Andreas is the wrapper. We got Nicaraguan binder, filler, and the origins Nicaraguan. And it tells me it's the Garcia family farm. So that's kind of cool info. Yeah, of course you keep one of those in the stash.
I got a Fonseca. I don't think it's an MX though, but I got a Fonseca on.
No, the MX got
the green on it. Yeah, you got the green one.
The MX in the middle. Yeah.
Okay.
And little green band on the bottom is what it's.
So I don't know for sure about the MX, but I will say when I did have the Fonseca, I want to say off that I might have been just caught up in the moment, but it jumped to my father's. I was like, this might be my favorite.
This is nice.
Might be my favorite. Nice. So
it's nice.
We'll see how you take to it.
A little bold up front, a little bit of spice up front, but I'm digging it. Ain't you got some accessories for me, man? I seen you.
Oh yeah.
You was moving a lot of stuff around earlier when you first came on, and you tried to keep mum's the word on it.
Yeah. I didn't want to say too much, but trying to get my accessories up, man. We talked about it before. Like, hey, we've been in this game way too long to not have accessorized appropriately. So I'm starting. I'm starting. I'm getting my accessories, and then like I would say, we did start accessorizing playing with the lighters back in the day and all that kind of stuff. Trying to get into the whole butane world and stepping it up a notch, but then it just kind of stopped.
Trying different cutters. We had a few little travel
the punch,
humidors and stuff.
Humidors, all that stuff. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? I'm jumping into this little world right here. Got a Drew Estate Freestyle Live. All right. So it comes with 3 cigars, an ashtray lighter, and a cigar cutter. Yeah.
You bought that. That was the one I told you that I passed on buying.
Okay,
you actually got it.
When I saw it,
came with the new release.
So okay. I didn't know if this was exactly it, but it did remind me of it when I saw it.
Like, as soon as I saw the name written across of it, because he showed me it. Yeah, you got it.
And you did mention the price. I was like, yeah, that's a good price. And then like the cigars, like it's built into the price. It was like what, $39, I think, like something like that. You get 3 cigars. That's $13 a cigar right there. So ashtray on the top. Nice little solid ashtray there.
Yeah.
Oh, tink. Got the lighter with it.
Okay.
Blue flame, baby. Blue flame. Shout out to Drew Estate.
You ain't even use that
to go
today.
with it. I didn't. I wanted to wait for the rollout. So I can introduce this bad boy. But when I have to relight, I definitely will be using the.
And you get entered in a contest to win some stuff too, right?
Well, I don't know about that. They didn't tell me anything about that. Yeah. But
oh, your guy didn't take care of you, man. My garçon told me all of that, man. You supposed to be entered in a contest to win.
Come on,
maybe you got to fill
garçon.
it out now that you bought it though.
Come on, garçon. Let me see. It does have some paperwork with it. Is this it? No. Oh no, it does. It does. Okay. Total ARV prizes of $27,000. Okay. Yeah, it got a little got a little
vehicle QR or something, ain't it? A bike or something. I forgot what it was. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. So I'm on it. And then we're gonna see what these cigars look like. Let me go ahead and crack this open real quick and see what kind of cigars Drew Estate hooked this up with the
it's a new release
lighter
that
cutter.
Has not officially been announced, and I bet it's something really sweet, which is why I passed on it. I guess I could have bought it for the accessories, but
yeah,
I was like, nah, let me hold off on them sweet sticks.
And to be honest with you, I was in it for the accessories. You know, so I needed a new ashtray, and that's what really got me was the ashtray. And I've been rocking with the same ashtray for like the last 10, 11 years, and I haven't got a new one since. And I've been looking at ashtrays almost like every time I go to the humidor, and I'm like, okay, let's pull the trigger. And this is the best deal that you can get, honestly.
You know what's crazy is I always use my travel ashtray. I always use it. I don't even use, and while we at it, I'll show it. I just use my travel ashtray right here. I don't even pull out my big ashtrays ever, man.
Just roll with that.
And I just roll with that, man.
Yeah,
so
I remember when you picked that up.
Cigar in the middle. Yeah, I've been rocking this thing so long. And I should use my nice ones. I got nicer ones, but I don't pull them out. They might be lost somewhere that I done had them stashed so long. I don't even know why I stashed them no more. It's been so long since I pulled them out.
Yeah, so I mean, so we usually just go with practicality.
You gotta show me them sticks though, man. Show me them sticks.
I'm trying to get it out. It's coming. Here we go. All right, so okay. So what is this?
I'm anxious, man.
So FSL August 2025. I don't know. I'm 2024. I'm sorry. I don't know what that means.
Freestyle.
It's a simple band. Yeah, I guess freestyle. There we go.
Okay, that's a very simple band.
Very simple band.
That's gonna be hard to make me pick that up in a store. So I guess that literally is for the giveaway.
Gotta be, and maybe it's the giveaway for some a cigar they're gonna roll out later, and then put a band on it. Then, but giving everybody a chance to give a shot. And maybe they're still developing something fresh to go with it. It was like, hey, look, try these out before we even put a band on it. But you know, you're really in the exclusive club.
Because that's why I say it's not supposed to be formally announced, I think, until second week October, I think is what he told me. Something like that.
Okay.
So yeah, you early, man. You just dropped something new for the people who listen to us.
I can imagine that this is probably what it looks like, you know what I'm saying, in the cigar corporate world. They're rolling out cigars. Like, hey, let's try these blends. And then the blend comes across in the cigar, and they throw the cigar on the table, and it looks like this with a simple band on it. It's like prototype A.
Prototype, yeah.
for the new Rocky, because of course Rocky coming out with a new one at some point, you know. And it's on there just like that. And they smoking it with the little paper band on it. Like, back to the drawing board.
Probably
version 2. Well, here we go. All right, version 3. Yeah, that's the one. So probably in the corporate world, this is probably how it's packaged. I can imagine that.
Hey man, you gonna say that for an episode, or you just gonna smoke it in your free time first?
You know what? I will save it for an episode. I have enough cigars in the stash that's gonna hold me over that I don't feel like I need to go and smoke that just for whatever's sake. You know what I'm saying? So I'll save it for an episode, and maybe we can get
next week.
An exclusive heads up on the new Drew Estate before it drops.
Man. Yeah, see if you can beat them before they do their announce on it. That'd be dope. Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. Hey, has that war calmed down any?
It has. It definitely has. So the peppers have calmed down, but I'm telling you, bust my mouth all up like in the very beginning, just a bunch of peppers, just pepper my palate. But it's smooth now.
Yeah, you look like, what have I done? Why has the cigar world forsaken me? Is how you look, man. You was going through it.
Hey, this is doomsday. This is doomsday. Yeah, I saw the cigar meter, the profile meter, pulling up the specs. I'm like, oh man,
yeah,
okay. And then took that first few puffs, like, oh, no, they for real. Because sometimes you'll see that, but it won't quite be.
It don't feel like it.
It don't feel like it, but I just want to feel like
it hyped it up a little bit.
Off gate.
Yeah.
Well, hey, yeah, real quick. So you sent me something. I think it was on IG. This whole AI image of this animal looked like a lion, leopard, dog, puppy, cat, whatever. I don't know what it was. Right? I was like, man, they did this thing so good that I can't tell if it's real or not. Like, is this a real animal? What's? And I'm looking at it like, now I think it's AI because I've been seeing a lot of craziness with this AI. AI is getting too good.
It's getting good.
AI is getting too good. And like I'm seeing all these animals, like they'll be like on my TikTok feed or my IG feed, and like new animal that they just discovered, blah 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 blah. I'm like, I don't know if that's real or not. I can't tell. But I don't think that's a real animal. Like either God is just playing with experiment with new creatures and whatnot. That drop this new 2024 real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's this new fish and this new bird that ain't nobody seen yet. Watch what I do. Watch this. Or these AI creatures, man, it's gonna make it real hard and real tough to discern what's real, like especially with these animals and things and trees and like I'm seeing like these things morphing, right? They got these videos of things morphing from mushrooms into gerbils and this and that's. Like it's weird. Or like these chicken and the chicken will come to life and turn into a puppy dog or something, whatever. I don't know what it's this weird stuff. It's just like mind trip type of stuff. Like I'm on mushrooms or something, you know what I mean?
Right. That's crazy. I ain't seen that before, man. But
I'll shoot you a few of these.
The thing we're discussing is like I looked at it and I'm like, this obviously is fake, but it's playing with my mind because there are parts of it that look cartoony, and then there's parts of it that's like, how did they get it so not cartoony? It looks so it was perfect at certain places, and other places the imperfections is there, and then just logically, this thing can't exist. So that's the other thing that's messing with your head.
But do you know logically it can't exist? Maybe it does.
Maybe it does. That's the little piece of, how they talk about a reasonable doubt. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's that reasonable doubt that you have is like that 1% that says, well, what if I'm wrong? I don't know what I'm talking about. Like, that's the part that makes you be like, man, is this real? Like, what am I looking at, bro? Like,
so this puts me in the mindset of this, right? And kind of where I don't know where you want to go with it. And feel free to re-steer this conversation if you so would like to. But this puts me in the mindset of dinosaurs. Mm-hmm. So me, for one, I don't know how you feel. I don't think dinosaurs ever existed. That's just me. I don't think that's a thing. I don't think dinosaurs ever existed. I think the whole fossil, there's no way you find all these bones of an animal that you've never seen and you come up with an idea of what this animal looked like and say, yep, these existed a million years. I don't even know what existed last Tuesday. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what's interesting about the bone conversation is they found like a pinch of bones. It's way less fossils in existence than they, than it seems, because we think we see all this stuff. We think there's a set of bones in all these different museums that we can visit in your local city that you live in and whatnot. But they said they really haven't found, but I mean, like a part of 1% of fossils in existence. So they just really put a very few amount of bones together to say, yeah, this is probably what it looked like. So if it's like a T-Rex, they haven't, it ain't like they just a bunch of T-Rex bones all over the place that they found. It's just like enough to piece one together, and then they kind of
say maybe this was a T-Rex. Yeah. So like I can see they found all these different dinosaurs, and they're like, oh, one spot we just dug up all these bones and we put it together. And even if you found all of these
fossilization is very rare.
How do you know how to put the bones together in the way that it makes sense to make an animal?
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I study. I got my degree in biology. I'm a medic in the Army. I study the human body. If you took a human body that I'm well aware of, right, and I know all the bone structures, and there's some decayed human somewhere and just a bunch of their bones, and you say, here, Denzel, make this a human. I would have a hard time constructing that human with the bones I found. You know what I mean?
And it's not even fully formed bones. Like, how am I supposed to know this is a femur? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even full. Like, it's just a piece of a bone.
Is this a femur or is this an ulna? I don't know. Can't tell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so how do you know from an animal that was supposed to have existed 11 years ago that this is their toe bone?
Yeah. Yeah, I seen somebody
the tailbone.
Break this down, and she was like, man, for all we know, a T-Rex, these little arms like this, they could be little chicken wings, man. This could belong to a bird or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all been putting this on this same animal, saying he walked around like this. Why would God make something that looks like this?
Like that. Yo, if I was a T-Rex, I'd be highly offended. Like, man, my arm ain't look like that, man. Y'all playing me.
Right. Like, why y'all got me like Handyman back on the living color? Like, it's weird, man. And now they said they got feathers. You know, so.
Oh, so now I got feathers. Now I'm soft.
Now I'm soft. I look like dinner to one of y'all around here, man. But okay, what about this though, D? You know, I'm going along with the theory. This is where I stand at in it. I'll just let you know where I stand at. I have no argument with dinosaurs existed. I'm kind of like this with everything. I take the information that you say, that the smart people say is true, and I just take it for what it is. Okay,
go with it.
That's what it is. And if I find out otherwise, okay, I'm not shocked either. You know what I'm saying? Because I was not deep into this. This is what it is.
All the way in, yeah.
Yeah. So they tell me dinosaurs existed. I haven't done the research. Okay. I will commit to that theory until otherwise informed. You know what I'm saying? Now, do I understand that we could all be wrong? Yeah, that's just my sense of everything. Yeah. I say everything is what it is with the understanding it could be wrong, and it'll probably be corrected when more information comes out down the line. They tell us Pluto is a planet. Pluto's a planet until I find out it's not a planet. Now it's not a planet, and I'm not.
But here's the thing. Here's the scary thing, though. So AI, we got paleontologists, and they got the bones, and throughout history, they decided to put it into play that dinosaurs were a thing. This is just for me,
right?
Now you got AI, you generate these images, and then 50 years from now, 100 years from now, we got all these animals and things that existed that never existed because we created them in AI, and then we've told enough stories about these things that we create. And I see this was a thing.
There's documentation that it existed.
Documentation now. Like, there's no video coverage of a dinosaur.
Right.
Nobody's ever filmed a dinosaur.
Okay. No. Let's go here.
AI, an animal. And so we caught it on film.
There's documentation of dinosaurs, though.
Where?
Cavemen have drawings on walls where they were riding on a dinosaur. It looked just like a little dinosaur, and they were riding on it.
What does that mean? We got illustrations, we got images, we got movies, we got all these things of anything that Land Before Time. Remember that movie, Land Before Time? It's documented. An artist made the little animal dog thing with the wings, and somebody was riding on the back of it. So that existed now, 100 years from now.
So the cavemen were just telling stories. They were writing movies, cartoons
So they
for
don't have
themselves. They did comic strips, is what you were saying.
Comic strips. There was that's their
That's
imagination.
very dismissive. That's very dismissive to people's history.
So you say they didn't have an imagination?
Hey man,
cavemen didn't have imaginations back then.
They had imagination, but as a black man, I can't allow you to sit here and let our history be dismissed because our history has been rewritten and forgotten and retold to us in ways that it wasn't. So I just those people documented what they saw. We can dismiss it as mythology or as they were telling a fun, cool story. Maybe it was. I don't know. I am open to that. Maybe they were, but maybe they weren't. Maybe they wrote down what they saw.
UFOs.
But at the same time, they say dinosaurs
they do UFOs
as humans. Right? So,
true.
Which is interesting.
True.
How did this creature exist millions of years before man? Yet man had an idea of what it allegedly looked like, if at all it did exist at all. Maybe it didn't. You know what I'm saying?
My point exactly. My point exactly. But
think about it though. If prehistoric man is documenting this thing, modern man is saying we found evidence that resembles what this thing could possibly be, but modern man doesn't believe what prehistoric man wrote down on the wall.
We ain't find no evidence, man. We ain't find no evidence. I don't believe it. We ain't find no evidence.
Man, this is what happened.
The man who found the evidence. I want to have a conversation. We ain't meeting. We ain't got no evidence. Ain't no evidence.
Is there more evidence of? I'm gonna go down this wormhole with you. More evidence of aliens or dinosaurs?
More evidence of aliens.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Only because people have said they've seen it. Nobody said they've seen a dinosaur. I've seen a UFO and I've seen an alien. I've had an alien encounter. I'm just saying. I'm not saying they actually did.
Yeah.
I've seen some government officials get all hot and bothered when asked questions about it.
Now, people also said they saw aliens walking through the mall in South Beach, but
what do they call them things?
At Bayside. But
what's some things?
Everybody proved that was false.
True. Bayside.
People are lying.
What do they call them? Walkers, some walker things. What are those things called? Skinwalkers.
Skinwalkers? Yeah. But man, I don't know.
So look, I don't know. I don't necessarily. I'm not saying that aliens are a thing or not. I'm just saying that more people have expressed the experience of aliens and UFOs and all those things. There's no human on Earth who has experienced a dinosaur. Ever.
Okay, man. But there's no human on Earth that experienced oxygen, but we all believe in it because we keep breathing. You can't see it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you talking about what you can see. What's the proof of it that that's what we breathing? Is these chemicals in the air?
True. And it may not even be oxygen, but that's what we call it. It might not even be O2. Water might not even be H2O2. H2O. Let's say H2O2. That's what's that? The hydrodioxide, whatever. Something.
Yeah, I ain't been in science class in a while. I don't know. When you get into
ain't no telling us what water really is. I don't know. But that's what we want to call it. We can call it that but I've seen water and I know that it's wet.
Okay.
So if we want to call it H2O, we can call it H2O. I'm fine.
Okay. When you get into the whole visual thing, okay, and this is forgive me, but as a man of faith, we believe that there's a higher power we haven't seen. I mean,
watch out for the lightning.
But I just do the little cross, kiss my cross.
With the rosary beads.
We don't believe. I mean, we believe there's a higher power we don't see. I mean, sometimes you gotta have some faith that, man, okay, this is probably what these things are. Like, that don't play a part.
I mean, okay. So if
Okay,
you want to go to
a
God
big bone
route,
is something existed. Can we say that some creature with some big bones existed at some
we
point?
can say that. We can say that. No, we can say that.
Okay,
But
they
okay.
probably
Matter of fact, check
like
this
a
out. Okay,
reptile.
so if you
How
want
about
to
that?
dinosaurs exist, say what again?
And they were some type of reptile, I guess, some reptilian giant existed.
I can buy that. And if we want to call them dinosaurs, we can call them dinosaurs. But I venture to say that they don't look the way that we try to portray them to be.
I believe that.
And they didn't have the aspects that we try to give the aspects to. Because I mean, like extinction is a thing. Animals have become extinct to where we no longer have them, quote unquote, and whether like that's what we've been told. I don't know. We don't know if it's true, if things have actually existed and not existed. Because even those ones that we think that might not exist, they could be somewhere tucked away in lands that we don't venture to right now or haven't ventured to. Anywhere. The world is huge, believe it or not. The world is small, but at the same time, the world is huge. So,
huge,
but if we just say that extinction is a thing, then we can say, okay, yeah, maybe dinosaurs, and then with this big boned thing, but also what did they look like? How did they behave? What was the manner of them? And then did they exist in the way that we thought they existed or we think they existed? Did they exist millions of years ago before mankind? Or was it something that existed 1,000 years ago and they no longer exist today?
Okay.
Because 1,000 years is a long time. Even though it's a short time, it's 1,000 years is a long time.
Yeah. And with our view of time, it's a long time. And it's a short time in the grand scheme of it. The universe. The universe. But even with that being said, do you buy into people being able to date Earth and date the sun? Do you believe in that?
No.
You don't think? I think they're not correct in the timing of it, but I think they're on to something with it. I'll say that.
All right. So
if they say 4 billion years old, I don't think that's exactly correct, but I think they're going in the right direction.
I think it's all an estimation, right? So this is always something I've had to deal with being, like you mentioned, a man of faith. So being a Christian and then also being somebody who studied biology as I obtained my degree in biology.
Correct.
Of listening to these different theories and hypotheses and stuff. And from my understanding, a lot of times of how we come up with a lot of these hypotheses, they're just guesstimations, man. Like they're just somebody just making an educated guess of something and saying, well, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't disprove it. So a hypothesis is necessarily something like I'm coming up with a question and I'm trying to disprove it, right? So I can't necessarily disprove that the Earth is 1 billion years old, but then I can't prove it either. But it's just the fact I can't disprove it. So the whole process of disproving something, now I can't disprove the age of the Earth and the age of the sun and the distance of this or that. So even people who have flat Earth theory, I feel like I can disprove that, right? Okay. So your hypothesis of the Earth being flat, I feel like that's something we can disprove. If I can go in one way and I can come back around, I'm back on the other side and I'm here again, Earth ain't flat. You know what I'm saying? Right. Now, how the galaxy works and how the Milky Way is this and the Earth rotating around the sun, maybe we can kind of come up with an idea. But as far as understanding the age of things and how long something has been in existence, we can't disprove it, but we can't prove it. So the fact that we can't disprove it, we say that it has to be this because that's what I said it is. And I have enough people to agree with me. So we're going to put it into documentation and put a stamp on it.
Yeah. Okay. So would you, I mean, and I'm sorry if whoever is like a brilliant person who studies this stuff a lot deeper than I do, I'm gonna sound like an imbecile to them, but I'm gonna try to work my way through it generally
Terrence
from my basic understanding of it.
Be careful what you say, Terrence Howard gonna come for you.
I know Terrence Howard and all his people shred me for this, but basically they're able to take the telescopes and they're able to just study, you know, based on how they know time, the time and distance it takes for light to get to us. They're able to study and know how far in the past they're going by studying old stuff. Would you say something like that is at least it makes sense to you that how they can get a general ballpark from doing that?
Yes and no, but how do you truly measure light and time? Light and speed, light and time. What is the barometer? What are you using to measure it?
Hey man, old
who tells me what light speed is?
The Egyptians back with the pyramid days had that figured out though.
But they didn't tell me. And they didn't show me what Egyptian from back then showed them this is how you get that measurement, or was it just documented?
It was documented what appears to be very accurate.
Man, I'm about to come up with a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm about to document and publish it.
Talk to me, man.
One time one is two.
Okay, let me ask you this, dear man. While we at it, would you say the Earth being closer? Our galaxy being just Earth, we'll stick to Earth. Earth being closer to 1 billion years old is more accurate than Earth being closer to 5,000 years old.
I say closer to 5,000.
You gonna go with that?
I'm going. My number is 6,000.
That's you being a man of faith, though, is why you going with that.
That might play a part in it. It might.
Okay,
but then also at the same time. Dude,
now, understand. It doesn't make the Bible wrong. The Bible's got a lot of mistranslations through the different languages and stuff. So the Bible could be correct in its original form. We just might be reading it wrong in the King James or whatever our more modern version is. You know what I mean? Like we could be getting a bad translation of the timing.
1 billion years.
You're not open to that possibility that man mistranslated some words from Hebrew over to this language, to that language, to this language, back to English.
Okay, so I've had a conversation about this. So that's a whole other conversation. Okay, so this is the way I explain the Bible to some people, right? So if I serve a God who's made the world, right? Trees, air, we breathe it, we exist, we live, we thrive. There's fruit that grows, animals that grow. We feed off of it, and the world can be that perfect to sustain life. Okay, I have a human body that works, whether I wanted to or not. If I wanted to work and it decides to die, it dies. If I wanted to die and it works, I live. Like it's we have a human body that just works so perfectly with one component to another component that I am just here. So you mean to tell me that the world can be created, especially if I believe in a God, and everything can be perfect in it to sustain life, that you mean to tell me that God can't make sure that there's a book that's perfect on this world, in this world? I think so.
It was.
I think so.
It was perfect.
I think
you
so.
Don't think
That's what I'm saying.
The original one was the perfect one.
That us as humans, we messed it up.
Yes, humans ruin everything. My theories always come back to that. Like, man messed it up.
Like, man, we suck.
We suck. We suck. Yes, the original Hebrew version is probably the most accurate one. You know, and I say that the Hebrew brothers, but you know, I think the original one is probably
the truest. Like might be the most accurate.
Even though I don't subscribe to it, yeah, they probably got the right version, bro. Like
so.
But I don't speak Hebrew, so I can't get it.
Even still, then, so outside of that whole factor, so not even bringing religion or bringing faith or bringing God into it, just going off of numbers. 1 million years is a long time, let alone a billion years. That's a long time. I am 40 years old. I feel like I've been here for a pretty decent amount of time.
Let's just say 41. You really close to 41. Let's just say 41. Yeah, let's just say 41. It feels better to me, but go ahead.
Over the hill, boy. Jeez. Yeah. Man, I'm almost up out of here. But even then, right?
You've been on the ride for a while, bro.
40 years is a good amount of time. Now multiply that by 2. That's even longer. Now multiply that by 10. That's 800 years. That's a long time. 800 years is really a long time. We're talking about 1200 AD. Now take another 1,000 years. That's a long time. Now, for some people to think that 6,000 years is not that long of a time for things to have progressed the way it has, like I feel like that is the appropriate number. It is more appropriate than 1 billion years, because if the world has existed for 1 billion years, what the hell have we been doing for 1 billion years for us to just to be at this point? Like, granted, we have some great advancements, but I feel like 1,000 some years, 6,000 years or whatever is appropriate to where we are in our development of human life, the human experience.
Are we talking the Earth or humans? 6,000 when you say that?
No, I'm talking about the Earth.
Just
And
the
I feel
Earth,
like,
period.
and
We've
me,
been here since the inception of Earth, is what you say.
I
Since
don't
day
know.
one.
I don't know.
Okay.
Because when God created the Earth, his days and time is different from our correlation of day and time. So maybe when we were created, I can't remember what day in Genesis it said we were created. Forgive me for not knowing. But who knows how long that actually was, right? We weren't created on the first day, so we weren't necessarily created at the same time that Earth and the world was created based on biblically, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't necessarily know, but at the same time, I would venture to say that it wasn't a billion years. I just don't think that. Okay, the world existed for 900 million years, and then all of a sudden we were created over the last 100 million years.
Well, Homo sapiens allegedly even less than that, if you want to get technical into what they say.
So what was the world doing here for 1.9 or 4.9 million years before then? Whatever a billion minus a thousand, 5,000. Just here, just existing without us, and then all of a sudden, boom, poof, we popped up.
This is a lot of flat Earth energy you got here, man. This is a lot of flat Earth energy you putting off right now.
I'll take it. Yeah, okay, so if the world was here for a billion years, so all of a sudden a billion years goes by, and then poof, humans.
Yeah.
Why? A billion years is a long time.
I know it's a lot of time for a lot of different inceptions of life to come through and live and go.
A billion though.
Yeah.
A billion.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, but I'm also a believer in the infinity of the universe. So I'm not a believer that the universe is finite. So
the Earth did this a billion times.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Man, the Earth would have spun out of control by then.
And then a moon popped in out of nowhere somewhere, like during that time.
I heard we are spiraling out of control, though. Like I heard that we're like our universe or whatever is just spiraling.
No. That's the theory, that is everything is spiraling. So the sun is just spiraling towards the center of the universe. Meanwhile, we're spiraling around the sun as it falls into the middle of the universe, which is hard to wrap your mind around, but it's just infiniteness out there. So okay. The stars is really close in your mind, then, right?
No. Like I still feel like our universe is like vast and far. Like we have some stars that are close, and we have some stars that are far.
Yeah,
and nothing as necessarily close as the moon. Me, in my mind, the moon's the closest body of something to proximity to the Earth, right?
Right.
And then everything else exists outside of that. And stars are far off. Yes, I do agree that stars are light years away or whatever they say.
So our star, the sun, had to come first. You think our star is just like 7,000 years old, and then 1,000 years later, the planet started forming around it?
Maybe. I don't know. But 6,000 years is a long time, though. 6,000 years is a long time. Dude, walk around your block 6,000 times, man. You're going to get tired around like lap number 10. Like,
it's a long time. But
6,000 laps. Bro, 6,000 laps is a lot of laps. 4 laps around the track is a mile.
Yeah.
That's a lot. It's a lot.
Okay.
What's my calculation? 6,000 times. I'm sorry.
I'm attacking your theory, but at the same time, if you turned out right, I'd be like, hey, man, he was right. I wouldn't even be like, wow, he was right. But you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I am going to go with what's out there. You know what I'm saying? Because I just am.
2.1 million days, 6,000 times 365 is 2.19 million days. It's a lot of days. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with thinking that the world has been here for 2 million plus days. It's a lot.
Hey, man. But you know what is hilarious about the history of humanity is it really, if we went back to 1850, I don't think it would look much different than BC times, than 30 BC.
Hold on, say
Like
that
just
one more
30
time.
years. If we went to the year 1850 and looked at life in 1850,
Okay,
I
like
don't think it
1850.
would look a whole lot different than life in 30 BC. Just
You talking
30
about like
years
as far as
before
like
Christ.
advancement of things being
Yeah,
like
just how it looked.
development?
Buildings, lifestyle, everything. In those 2,000 years or so, I don't think it would look very much different.
That's
But
what
if
I'm
you go
saying.
if you jump from 18
So we just
to 2024, like just in those 160 years, it would look like a whole new world. Like
so that's what I'm saying. So good
we had
point.
a major increase
I
in,
agree.
advancement in a
So you
short
mean to
period of
tell me for billions of years is this?
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, pew,
Yeah. But look, Homo sapiens didn't even get the
Crazy.
rock till later on in the process, man. And we had 2,000 years.
so we didn't get
I
the
don't
rock.
know why we said phew, somewhere in the last 30, 40 years, we said, phew. I don't know why in the last 40, maybe 50 years. Phew,
I'm saying, bro, like
okay, think about it. We hit the moon in what, the 60s, right? We hit the moon in the 60s, allegedly, if that's true.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly we went to the moon 60 years, about 60 years ago. So before that, it was nothing. And then in the last 6 years, moon and, driving cars and flying.
And we've been flying since when? Since 1914? Is that the first flight?
Wright
North
brothers?
Carolina? Come on now.
Yeah.
So 100 plus 110 years. We've only achieved flight in 110 years ago.
Yeah. Out of
Man,
thousands of years before. We'll agree on at least 6,000 years prior. How about that? We can come to an agreement. It took 6,000 years just to figure out how to fly. And in the last 100 years, we got unimaginable technology.
And we got nice with it. Now we didn't even think about flying. We get an airplane like it's nothing. Like this is just clockwork.
Hey, that's why people believe in the aliens, though. Straight up. That's why they be like, man, aliens
got that technology.
It jumped too fast for people.
Yeah, they drop some trinkets on us. Be like, look, this is how you fly. This is how you build these buildings. This is your technology. This is what you need. Because we had this for thousands of years ago. Here you go.
The theory is Roswell, New Mexico happened, and then magically we go to the moon and we ain't looked back since in technology. Roswell was what, 57, something like that, 58, late 50s, and then magically advancements like no other in the past for thousands of years, stuff we couldn't figure out, and all of a sudden
we know it.
Kind of makes you wonder. I don't subscribe to it, but maybe
what they used to say back in the day, makes things that make you go
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. So I mean, like, I wasn't even trying to take the conversation here. It just happened to go here.
I know we took the whole show. Actually, we had other topics set up, but we about to go into the reviews now.
And I ain't really been paying attention to my cigar, to be honest with you.
I don't know, man. I don't know. And this is what I will venture to say. I think we're wrong about everything. I do think we're wrong about everything. I think we're in the ballpark of a lot of stuff, and we're wrong about it. And that's why I'm one of those people who I believe stuff, but I believe also that I leave the door open to be wrong. I know I could be wrong about everything that I believe. So I'm not
nobody knows everything. Everything that we know in life outside of the things that we've created.
Yeah.
It's only a guesstimate.
Mm-hmm.
We're only making guesses on everything. Unless it's something that we've manufactured, we've used the information that we're able to gather from all these outside entities, and then put them into play in the things that we've manufactured. Outside of that, everything that we're doing is a guess. Everything we're doing is a guess. And this is somebody who studied science for 5 years in the higher education realm.
Right.
And after everything I studied, my conclusion is everything that we're doing is a guess. Everything is a guess. Now, granted, our human body system, we've come to a better understanding. One because it's us. and we're able to study us. We're able to study this being. But anything
I don't
outside
even
of our
think we
being,
got that right. I don't even think that right.
100%.
Got that right.
Which is why
think about
medicine changes constantly. Which is why medicine changes constantly.
Correct about that. And I mean, just in general, like we there's theories that we don't even, the reason we're not even seeing color right. The reason we perceive color to be a certain way is due to our atmosphere and how, you know, light is viewed within our atmosphere once it crosses over into it. A lot of stuff we think, like the sky being blue, is not even supposed to be blue. Allegedly, that looks like crap. But so because we don't even really know how our body works as far as that, I'm gonna tell you something else. We don't even have proof that we even really experiencing the same reality. We think we are. We don't have proof. You had two people tell a story that had the same experience. They both tell the story differently. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like if an earthquake happened today and everybody on Earth had to deal with it, we would all tell a different story. We could be in the same room. 10 people could be in the same room, witness the same thing, tell the story differently. You know what I'm saying? So like, our realities ain't even necessarily definitely the same. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't even definitively say we experience the same stuff.
The same thing. Yeah. Because like perception and the way our minds are wired, everything's altered.
So we process the information differently. Our CPUs in our heads process it different, man. So which one is right? Who's to say which version is the right version? They always say there's your story, my story, and then the truth. You know, that saying, 3 sides to every story, your story, my story, the truth.
And guess what? Nobody will ever know truly what the truth is because everything is a perspective from somebody.
Everything's someone's perspective. So we really don't know nothing when you look at it from that point of view.
Like what are we doing? This human experience is wild, man. This is a wild thing to even think about. Like I was thinking about that earlier. Matter of fact, today and yesterday, for some reason, to just thinking about. I was just people watching earlier today, right, at the coffee shop, and I was like, man, all these people are having their own human experience. I'm sitting here, I'm having my experience, and I'm in this being with my outlook on this and outlook on that, and these people are living there. Like it's like just the thinking about outsiders' human experiences, like everybody having their own human experience, and then experiencing it, like you said, slightly different. Even if we drove down the same road, was the same place, every experience was slightly different. Even at the closest, meaning say you
person in the car with you,
the person in the car with you. They're experiencing it just slightly different from how you are,
and you have no way of knowing what exactly they feel about that same circumstance. Even if they tell you, you don't know. Like I truly don't get what you're saying. Like you know, like. I think I do.
Can wake up in the same bed, get ready in the same bathroom, leave the same house, drive in the same car to the same location, and have 2 totally different experiences. Their day is totally different from that person they're right lockstep with. It's wild, man.
Ain't that mind blowing when you think about it? Like, most people don't look at it that deep, but it's that crazy. Like,
everything in your experience is almost identical. Your environment's identical, but your experiences are different. Now, let alone you being in one country and somebody being on the other side of the earth in a different country. How's their experience different from yours? Their perspective and their mindset and the way the mind is wired. It's mind blowing when you break it down.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And people may have been having that experience for millions of years or 6,000 years. We just don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. Let's get into these reviews though, brother.
All right, man. Let me go first, man. Let me cook.
That's a crazy conversation we just had, man. You know, I hope somebody put your cigar down. I should have gave a warning at the beginning of this episode. Just pick up a blunt today and smoke a blunt with us while we smoke cigars. Because this was some weed talk for y'all.
Take your cigars, cut them open, man.
Just cut them open this week, man. Don't smoke your stick with us this week.
Not a placencia. Not a placencia. Don't grab that cohiba. Don't break that cohiba down.
Go get you a brick house or
a brick house. There you go. Gurkha.
Get you a Gurkha. Get you a Gurkha.
Yeah. Break that Gurkha down. Boy. Hey, so Man of War, Ruination. It's a ride. I'm gonna tell you that it's a ride. So if you're looking for a cigar that's going to give you a ride, this is the one that you want to smoke for Man of War. That's going to give you a ride. I've smoked. I thought I had it in front of me. I don't have it in front of me. I can't remember which one it is. I wish I had it. I'm in panic mode. I meant to bring it out here with me. But it's not that. So the one I had prior to was a nice experience, almost even kill across the board. It gave me some hills and peaks and valleys of different flavors and things that I enjoyed. Mainly that smoky mesquite barbecue type of deal. Now this is similar, right? Because I guess Man of War, they have a certain aim as far as how they want to present their flavors. So it's still that smoky mesquite, but also I mentioned before when I was going through the thing, I saw charcoal on there. Charcoal, yes. This is you lighting a fire with some nice charcoal, some wood chips, some mesquite, some toastiness, a lot of toastiness. After that pepper dies, it's toastful. I don't know how else to explain it, but just toastiness. Man, this is a cigar I want to revisit. In like, I'm at a cabin in the middle of the fall, wintertime. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting by a fire or something like that. This kind of vibe that this one gives me. It warms you up, man. I'm nice and toasty inside. You know what I'm saying? On top of the aroma that I'm getting. A lot of oak, a lot of earth, a lot of natural tobacco flavors, but then with that pepper laced inside, strong at the top, evening out towards getting to that close to that final third almost. I'm well into the second third. Bad burn, by the way. But yeah, just real good smokiness, man. This is a smoky, toasty cigar, and it will boast well coming up into these fall, autumn months. So this is pretty much right on time for the season, even though we're still in the 90s here in San Antonio. Still feels like it's the summer autumn right now. Like it still feels like summer, but then the days are getting shorter, and it's mind-boggling. Like I don't know where I'm supposed to be at in life right now. Am I supposed to be on the beach, or am I grabbing my sweaters? I don't know. Cider, and fall leaves. How do I decorate my porch? I don't know, but right for the season. This is a right for the season type of smoke. So to give my final rating out of 5. Didn't get a lot of the flavors that I really enjoyed, so I can't put it in the 4s. But am I gonna say it's a solid smoke, solid construction, bad burn on my part, I believe. Even though I try to use some cedar spills, I only had to light it once. I didn't have to relight. I didn't grab my special lighter to relight. But to give it out of 5, I'm gonna go 3.7. 3.7.
Nah, you cheated, man. You know you wanted to give it a 3.8. You just didn't want to give it because I predicted a 3.8.
3.7. I had to give it no. See, look. Okay, so I had to go closer to 3.5 than 4. Right.
Okay.
If I gave 3.8, I'm leaning too close to 4, and it's not that for me. Okay. Maybe because it's still 90 degrees outside. I don't know.
I dig it. So I got my father's Fonseca MX, the Mexican Sandreas version. And for me, very great stick, man. Great stick. And I use the word great intentionally. I couldn't put the stick down. I enjoyed it. Now I did have to relight it once. I don't know at whose fault that is, you know what I mean? But I think I was consistent enough in my puffing where it probably should have went out. So that'll be the only thing I'll complain about it. But I enjoyed the aroma. I enjoyed overall a lot of the taste notes that I picked up on. There's some cedar in this stick. There's some cinnamon in this stick. A little bit of pepper. Pepper and cinnamon is always interesting together because that gives you that spice. You know what I'm saying? But it was enjoyable. It wasn't like brutal, so I enjoyed it. There was also a level of sweetness to it, which gives you that sweet and spiciness thing to it. What else? You mentioned you had some actual natural tobacco taste. I didn't pick up on nothing like that. Right now, these are the notes that are kind of coming to mind firsthand. But
let me ask you real
overall, I
quick.
got a good.
Did you retro hell?
A retro hell. That's where I was
Okay.
picking up on those different spices on it. A lot on the retro hell, mainly that. But I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed it. It was I would say probably medium to full body, and had a good draw on it. Everything was cool about it, man. You know, so for me, I'm gonna go with a final score of. I'm torn between it's a 4. I'm torn between 4-1 and 4-2, but I'm gonna go with 4-2. I'm gonna just give it the higher score because it's my father's. So bias 4-2.
Though my father's bias. I ain't mad at it. I like it. I like it. Yeah, man. So that's it. Hey, not where I expected the conversation to go at all.
No, not at all, man. This was not supposed to happen, but you know, sometimes it be like that, man. You know, we hopefully remember what we were going to talk about. Maybe we'll talk about it next week. In the meantime, hope you enjoyed it, man. We out this week though, man. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of the Cigars and Everything Else.
You know what we do. We know what we do. Cigars up, right?
Way up. Blunt.